This is the Activate Devotion.
Activate Devotion.
And indeed, our deep desire is to dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of our lives. Good morning! 15 minutes to 7 a.m. The second day of March 2022. You are on Activate. My name is Carrie Kagir, and I'm so glad to be breaking bread with you. Now, I was reading and just perusing through a book that I am supposed to be in a class doing. It's called the Confidence Revamp. Now this is by Wanjugu Gishuru, and it's just a 3-week guide to revamping your confidence as a woman by challenging complacency, comfort zones, insecurity, and redefining your worth. And what I saw today was something so powerful that I had to put aside my devotion and share with you, because I have spoken about this a while back. And the topic right here, and I don't want to go through the book because this is a course that I should be doing, but I just want to go through this particular portion. And today, the second day of March 2022, I want us to let go of some people. Now, the burdens that are heftiest are not things, but those painful relationships, those people we carry almost daily. It could be, and she highlights this, a colleague who body shamed you, or an ex-boyfriend, or a person that you have dated, been in a relationship with, or even in your marriage, whose painful memory keep rehashing over and over to yourself. And when I saw body shamed, I remember this one time. It was a long time ago, and George, this is the first time I ever met Pastor Nina Njoroge, the musician. First time I met her in a salon somewhere, and this lady was there, and she said to me, do you have a child? I'm like, no. It was so long ago. It was probably maybe 2012 or something like that. And I said, no. And she's like, and you don't have a waist? You just, you need to just start wearing belts, or something. And like literally, I can't even remember her face. I can't remember her name, but I can't forget that. So it's just something that is in the edge of my mind. Like, is there something wrong with me, with how God made me? And she said that to me, and I was like, huh? Wait, what? And people say those comments all the time to people, like, oh, you've added weight, oh, you've lost weight, oh, you look like this, oh, this color doesn't look good on you. I mean, and to be really honest, I can tell you this is projecting 100%. That had nothing to do with my lack of waistness. For whatever reason, she felt like I didn't have a waist, which is not true. Who doesn't have a waist? Like, so what's there? You know what I'm saying? But one of the devil's baits, and this is why I thank God that I could quickly go through over that, is offense. Now, offense is something we might take lightly, and we can easily walk around keeping a grudge or being bitter because of what someone did or said, not realizing that it is slowly poisoning our hearts. You know this. In Luke 17 verse 1, the word offense in Greek is scandalon, which means a snare, a stumbling block, a trap stick. It is a trap stick, like it's just there ready to trap you, to kill you. That is what offense does to you. Now, hunters would use a bait and on the trap stick, this is scandalon, I hope I'm saying it correct. And if the animal took the bait, it would be captured or killed. And therefore, offense is the bait of Satan to put you, the believer, into his captivity and render you helpless and not productive in the kingdom of God. This is true. Acts 24 verse 16, therefore I always exercise and discipline myself, mortifying my body, deadening my carnal affections, bodily appetites, worldly desires, endeavoring in all aspects to have a clear, unshaken, blameless conscience, void of the offense toward God and toward men. Acts 24:16. You need to do two things right now as I wind up. The first thing you need to do is admit that you are offended. This time, admit, you know what? So and so saying this, doing this, offended me. I am offended. Don't be hypocritical by hiding the fact that you are hurt. Take responsibility for the sin of offense in your heart. And God, right now, just take a moment to do that. God, I take responsibility for any time that I have been offended. I take responsibility of that. And the first step to healing and feeling light is forgiving. Forgiving is giving pardon to someone who doesn't really deserve it. It's declaring that you have let someone off the hook for something they have done wrong. We've talked about forgiveness so many times, and in Mark 11:25, we need to forgive others as God has forgiven us. And I can tell you that you might find it hard to forgive because you think, it's too much. But I'll tell you one reason why you might find it hard to forgive. Either you've forgotten how much you have been forgiven, or you don't realize how much you have been forgiven yourself by God. That's all I want to share for now. I pray that you'll share this video with everyone, that they may hear this word, that we'll be able to worship God right now with all our hearts. And you know what we need to do? Let's go to the King, because your heart might be torn in pieces. Just give him your offering. It's Tamila Man. You're on Hope FM. Activate. I'm Kerry Kagiri, and George Kishoro is just worshiping somewhere.
Take me to